Hey there, and welcome back to the Uterine Nurse. So today we're going to do a little get ready with me, get this hair situated, and talk about AI and some of the changes that I think are going to take place in healthcare because of it. Okay, we're all blowed out, and in honor of the queen herself, Diana Ross, let's take a moment for the volume. Okay, and for anyone wondering why I'm straightening my hair, it's wintertime. I do it as a protective style during the winter months because it's a lot less manipulation that has to take place. I can usually leave my hair alone for like 1 to 2 weeks, sometimes more if I don't feel like doing it. And I also don't have to put a lot of product in it because I need to put a lot of product in it to keep my curls curling so that they'll last. So I don't have to do that when it's straight, so that's why. So one way AI is going to be involved, and already it is involved, is through pharmacy. So I have been in healthcare for a little over a decade, both inpatient, now outpatient, as a nurse practitioner. And when I was inpatient, I did some travel nursing, and a lot of the hospitals that I traveled to would have a little robot that would be designated to leave pharmacy. They'd load it up with all the commonly used medications on whatever floor, and it would transport it up to the floor with like sensors to get on the elevator, and then the staff on that unit would offload whatever medications those were into their Pyxis for administration. My next guess on how AI is going to be integrated into healthcare, if not already, is with radiology. I think AI is going to help with reading images. I think it would probably help expedite care in outpatient settings for maybe more or less acute things, and maybe even in the inpatient setting. All right, the back half section is done. Onto this side. The next area that I think AI was going to be involved in the outpatient sense will probably be something to do with electronic medical records. That's been a big thing. So electronic medical records has been huge within the last 10 years and converging over to EMR systems instead of paper charting systems for better communication between healthcare systems and to make sure that that continuity of care and keeping up with imaging and things like that, pharmacy communication, just all of it, just better. And so I think that's going to be an area that we're going to continue to see AI get more and more involved in. It already is pretty involved with like suggesting things based off of patient risk factors that are entered into these systems. They'll like send up alerts to let you know like what kind of recommendations, screenings that might need to happen based off of someone's family history. So I think that we're going to see more evolution of that in an outpatient setting. All right, the back is done. Part 3. So next area that I think is going to be influenced by AI, and this is a big one, is telehealth. I truly believe that telehealth is going to really ramp up. I think that telehealth is going to be great for giving people more access with virtual visits. I think insurances need to get on board with probably reimbursing a little bit more for more systems to be a little bit more open to using it for patient communication. But I do believe that telehealth is going to really rev up in regards to AI, because in a sense, you know, technically with AI, telehealth, you can have your provider sitting there looking at you but not actually be there. So they can in some ways still be giving information to you there, you know, whether it's via like a, I don't know, it would be like a typing or texting system, but enabling, you know, there to be maybe less disruption with with Wi-Fi or however, you know, with whatever broadband service someone has to communicate with their provider. I could see AI being a bridge for that in that way. So I do think that telehealth is going to be like gravely impacted by AI in a lot of ways. We're in the home stretch here, part 4. So the last area that at least I'll talk about in this video that I think AI is going to continue, because it's already involved, in the inpatient setting is surgery. We already have robotic surgeries happening, you know, and there's been proven to be much better patient outcomes and downtime, minimal blood loss, so many things. So I think there's going to be an uptick in that in different ways. I think there may even be some advances that take place with devices that might get, you know, this is totally like 2050, but you know, I'm just like saying, like, I think evolutionary thinking, right? I don't know why I think 2050 is like such a far off thing, but there might be like devices that they like insert into the bloodstream that like travel to places that like they can't reach, to like deposit things for maybe treatment of cancer, you know. I'm sure there's probably things in the work for that. You know, if AI can detect cancerous cells and then they can deploy a device that's maybe injected microscopically or small amounts into the bloodstream that knows to travel and release therapy to a targeted area that cannot be reached efficiently via regular modalities, I could see that being something that could happen with AI. All right.